Back to Beyond the Routine with Spence on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Emma Spence.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Beyond the Routine. I'm your host, Emma Spence, and my special guest here tonight is Lauren Hollowfield. On the team, we refer to her as Bean, so if I actually call her Bean instead of Lauren, that's why. Lauren is a freshman on the Nebraska gymnastics team, and she's from Georgia. Super excited to have you on tonight.
Thanks. Super excited to be here.
Yay. So let's get started talking a little bit about your gymnastics journey, how you got into gymnastics. So going way back, how old were you when you started gym, actually? I don't know this.
I was actually like 18 months old, so almost 2.
So you've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Were you doing like the Mommy and Me classes?
I'm not really sure. I know I started out in like the little classes. We had this thing called the pond at my old gym.
Okay.
It was like a little thing for like little kids, obviously. So yeah, that's what I started out in.
Nice. Why did you start gym? Is it something that your parents just put you in?
Yeah, so I actually was doing like cartwheels, handstands, forward rolls, whatnot around the house. So my mom was just like trying to find an outlet for me to get my energy out.
Nice. And this is something, I guess did you ever do any other sports? Or like you basically, if you did gym just like when you were 2, is that literally all you did?
I actually quit at one point and
Really?
I did dance.
Okay.
And then I ended up going back to gymnastics. But when I was little, I also did taekwondo.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's cool.
We did it as a family.
Like your whole family
Yeah.
did it? Parents
Yeah.
too?
Yep.
Oh, how was that? Talk about that a little bit.
It was honestly, I mean, I was really young, so I don't remember all of it. But honestly, it was really fun. Like doing push-ups, sit-ups. We would have like competitions, break wooden boards. It was really fun.
Did you like go to a certain like I don't know what do you call like the place that you go to do that?
I'm not sure. Honestly.
How old were you when you guys did that?
I think I was like 5, 6 maybe.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
So how old were you when you like took your break from gymnastics?
So I actually took a break. I think I was like 7 or 8.
Okay.
And then I also took another break more recently in like 2021 as well. So
Really?
Yeah.
What was the reason for doing that?
the one recently,
Both.
when I was little, I think I just kind of got tired of it. So my mom just like, I wanted to try something else. So my mom took me out, but then I just wanted to go back. So she
Yeah.
put me back in.
Okay. And it was the same thing for the last one too?
It was more just like the gym environment I was in and injuries and stuff. And I just needed a break.
Yeah. No, I get that for sure. Well, that's exciting. So your brother also does NCAA baseball?
Yes, he does.
So how does that like, I don't know, affect your family having 2 athletes doing NCAA sports?
Yeah, growing up, it was very busy. So,
Mhm.
like, he was always in one direction and I was always in the other. And it was crazy because, like, in Georgia, like, where he was going was an hour the opposite direction from me.
Oh my goodness.
So, my dad would take him an hour that way. My mom would take me an hour that way.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so very, very busy all the time.
Yeah, super athletic family though. That's exciting.
Yes, very.
What school does he go to again?
UAB, Alabama, Birmingham.
That's right.
Yes.
Well, that's super fun.
Yep.
So, growing up doing gymnastics, did you always know you wanted to do NCAA, or is it something that recently, like, you decided you wanted to do?
It's kind of always something I was working towards. I would see the older girls in my gym and they would be off in college and I was always looking up to them. So that's something I really wanted to do pretty much my whole time.
Okay. And okay, so I don't really know the recruiting process fully, like for Americans doing it. What year were you, or like year of school were you when you started doing the recruiting process, and what was that like?
Yeah. So I would say I kind of started doing it more freshman year,
Okay.
but it was definitely a rough journey for me because
Okay.
of the gym switches, me taking a break and everything. So I would say I didn't start getting heavily recruited until junior year.
Okay.
Like the summer of my junior year, which is actually when you can start talking to like college coaches anyways.
Okay.
So that was good. But yeah, so it was a rough journey for me.
Yeah. Were you in touch with any other schools, or was it mostly just Nebraska?
I was in touch with quite a few schools, but I only took a couple of visits since we only had like 5. So I think I only took 3 of them. And
Okay.
then I had like 2 planned for January, but I committed here
Okay.
before then.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So you just liked being here so much.
Yes, I loved it here when I took my visit.
That leads me to my next question. So, why did you choose Nebraska?
Honestly, so many reasons, but really when I know a lot of people say like, "Oh, when you step on campus, it feels like home," but it,
Mm-hmm.
like, truly did.
Oh.
'Cause, like, the first 2 schools that I, like, visited, it didn't feel as homey,
Mm-hmm.
but this felt like this is where I was supposed to be, and the girls were amazing, the coaches seemed super supportive, and I could just, like, see myself living here for the next 4 years.
That's good. What was like the most memorable thing of your recruiting trip here?
Ooh. Honestly, probably the football game.
Yeah. Oh, I could see that.
Mhm.
See, for me, my first ever football game was freshman year, like when I was already committed.
Oh my gosh.
I could not even imagine having to do it, getting to do that on a recruiting trip.
Yeah, it was
That must have been
insane.
insane.
It was. I was like, their fans are, like, so crazy.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So now that you're in Nebraska, what are your like favorite things to do around here?
You know, I like to go to Target.
Oh, of course. Lauren and I go to Target together. Every time I go now, I just ask her if she wants to come, and usually you do come with me.
Yeah, it's super fun, honestly. It's
Mhm.
a fun thing to do.
Yeah,
I feel like when it's warmer outside, there's a lot more to do.
for sure.
When it's cold, it's a little more difficult, but
Yeah.
otherwise, just going to, like, walk around places and finding teammates to do stuff with
Mhm.
is probably the most fun thing.
Yeah, no, for sure. Do you have any I don't know, favorite things about like the athletic program as well, like at Nebraska?
Mm. Like, what do you mean?
Mm, I don't know, like based on the things that are offered to us, like training table, life
Oh.
skills, weight room, anything like that.
Honestly, it's all great, but the training table is definitely a plus, I would say,
Mhm.
especially as a freshman and not having, like, a bunch of like, kitchens to cook in and everything.
That's true.
It's very nice to just, like, get food all the time, and it's, like, good food.
Yeah. Were you when you came on your visit, was it the old training table
It
that you saw?
was,
Yeah, okay.
and I
Then
was
you weren't.
still amazed by that.
I know the old one in itself was crazy, but this one is just like next level.
Oh, yeah, it's very insane.
Even just like the decorations and the way that like the layout of it
Yeah.
and the outdoor seating area for the summer, like
Yes.
it's insane.
It's great. It really is.
Yeah. Do you have any like super memorable moments you've had in the sport growing up through your
Ooh.
gymnastics career?
Yeah, so when I was a level 7, that was probably, like, I would call that my prime time.
Okay.
I that was probably my favorite experience of gymnastics. I had, like, made state team and everything, and it was really fun. After level 7, it went a little downhill,
Mhm.
but I did have a meet in level 10 in Arizona that was super fun. I
Okay.
really enjoyed that. It kind of felt like a college experience. Our team was really close, and it was, like, a lot of fun, so I liked that. But otherwise, I feel like it's been a really rough time, so in club gymnastics.
Really? So
Yeah.
you keep referring to like the hard times that you went through. What are some like major setbacks or things that you've experienced throughout the sport that have gotten you to where you are now?
Okay, so my old club gym was not the best, so I feel like going through that was definitely it helped me grow as a person, and it made me mature a lot faster too, so I think that was helpful. But also more recently, my elbow surgery was definitely the biggest thing I've
That's
had to go
right.
through. Yeah.
That was recent too, right?
Yes, it's almost been a year, back in February, I think it was, like, February 13th, February 14th, something
Okay.
like that. Yeah, so
Wow. So what was that process like?
it was a very long process, honestly, but I came back quicker than I thought I would. So it was a lot of PT. I actually went to PT the day after my surgery
Wow.
and had to start doing exercises. They didn't want it to get like stiff and stuff, so
Mhm.
I had to go back. A lot of PT. I was doing PT, I think 3 times a week. Well, I was doing it every day, but going in 3 times a week,
Mhm.
and then tried to keep up with conditioning that I could do, like legs and stuff. Just keep myself busy all the time, but
Yeah. What was it with your elbow again?
so I had a nerve transposition, so they just
That sounds crazy. What even is
yeah.
that?
So you have, like, your ulnar nerve in your arm
Mhm.
that's, like, kind of next to your UCL, which
Okay.
I also had a tear in my UCL, but they did not do anything about that, so it's still
Okay.
there, I think, but
Okay.
it's not bothering me at the moment, so it's okay. Um, but they just moved my nerve basically, like, to the another spot in my arm,
Oh
so it
my
wouldn't,
gosh.
like, compress when I did stuff, so very interesting. I'd never heard of it until he said it, but
Mhm.
He said my nerve was very stuck in there, so I guess it's a good thing they moved it.
That's crazy. What was, like,
Yeah.
the symptoms of that?
My arm would go, like, completely numb, and then my fingers would be, like, cold. Like, if you touched an ice pack, like, that's what my
Oh
fingers
my
felt like.
goodness.
Yeah,
So,
so
it wasn't, like, a specific gymnastics injury that caused that? It was more like an overuse thing?
yeah, I mean, there was one time at my old gym where I did a vault, and I vividly remember it, like, popping and
Mm.
clicking, like, in a bad way, and then it started to hurt really bad after that, so I think that's kinda where it started,
Mhm.
but I definitely think it was an overuse thing because I continued to do stuff on it for, like, 3, 4 years.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. How
Yes.
was, like, the mental process of going through those kinda setbacks, especially having, like, a pretty big surgery?
Yeah.
Especially wait, yeah, so you did this in February, and then you came to school like, a
Yes.
couple months later.
Yeah.
So what was that like?
Very, very difficult. It was
Mhm.
honestly very stressful
Yeah.
because I knew coming into college there would be, like, certain expectations of me,
Mhm.
and I didn't have pretty much any of my skills. Like, when I
Mhm.
came back, I had to relearn everything,
Yeah.
and I was just getting into, like I think the most I did was probably, like, a round off 1.5 on the rod floor,
Mhm.
and that's about it. Like, I didn't have much on bars, so coming here was definitely rough mentally. I
Mhm.
was going through a lot, and especially going into preseason too, I was still picking up everything and
Yeah.
trying to relearn my things, so
Did you have any, I don't know, tips or anything that you leaned on or techniques to kinda help overcome that?
yeah, kinda just, like, knowing that I had done these skills hundreds of times and reminding myself that I could do the skills, it was just, like, mentally I was struggling because I knew I hadn't done them in a long time, but
Mhm.
my body knows how to do it, so I
Yeah.
just had to trust that and trust in the coaches and, like, the process that they were trying to put me through, so
That's good, and here you are. You're doing
yes.
great. You
Thank
got,
you.
like, all your events ready to go basically,
Yeah, pretty
which is
much.
awesome.
I mean, like, floor is kinda there, but I'm also not training it as heavily right
Yeah.
now because 'cause we're in season, so
Yeah, no, that's awesome, the growth and development in your skills since you've been here already and having to overcome, like, that whole surgery thing last year is huge.
thank you.
So, when you were preparing to come to college or, like, watching it on TV, for example, is it now that you're here and now that you've gone through it, you've gone to a couple of meets, is it what you thought it was gonna be?
Honestly, I feel like half and half.
Okay.
I feel like it is, but also it's, like, so different just, like, finally being in the setting.
Mhm.
The first 2 meets were definitely didn't feel as much like a college meet because they were
Yeah.
quads.
First yeah, that was so different. Even for us, I know when we were doing, like, the warm up on this weekend, we were like, "Oh, like, this meet actually feels like a real college meet."
Yeah.
The other ones were more like club,
Mhm.
um,
I
when
agree.
you do, like, 4 people competing at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
definitely an experience, but it's been really fun so far. I think Illinois yesterday was definitely the most fun I've had. It was really
That's
exciting,
good.
so
No way that was yesterday. Oh my
I know.
goodness.
It's actually
Y
crazy.
yeah. Ugh, we competed, like, just over 24 hours ago.
Yeah, we were at the airport, I think, right? 24 hours ago, we were at the airport.
Oh, yeah, wait, you're right. We landed at, what, like, 10:30-ish last
Yeah,
night?
something like that, yeah.
Crazy, the days are all mixed up.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Is there anything that was, like, surprising about coming here or just, like, coming to college overall, college athletics?
I think just, like, the busyness of it because I fully was preparing myself because 'cause I'm already, like, a go, go, go kinda person, very
Yeah,
productive, and I was like, "Oh, like, I'll be fine." But then when I got here, it was a completely different thing,
yeah,
so it was crazy.
yeah, like, I don't know, our day to day is just crazy, especially in preseason, and
Yes.
especially coming into that as a freshman, the morning lifts, and then going to classes, and
Mhm.
then practice,
Yeah.
and then tutoring. We
Yep.
talked about that. We both really
Tutoring.
lean on tutoring when we need to,
Oh, yes.
and it's amazing. Um, yeah, was there any how do you, like, manage that? Or how did you manage that just transition for people that could be listening that are about to go through similar thing? What would you give for advice on how to, like, manage something like that?
Honestly, really just use your resources and lean on your teammates. I think that's the best thing you could probably do. Like, that's what I had to do because at times you just feel like you're alone and you're stuck and you don't know how to adjust to it. But a lot of the upperclassmen, it's really easy to talk to them, and they help you through it, so it was, like, definitely easier with y'all there.
That's good. Yeah, I just remember everything because it was so crazy being like, "You have to do this at this time, and this at this time, and this, and this, and this," and
Yeah.
I was like you coming in, I'm like I usually write out, like, what I need to do during the day, very structured, very organized. I'm like, "Oh, like, this should be fine."
Yeah.
But, oh my goodness, it's a lot, especially a new environment, not knowing many people, living in
Mhm.
the dorms,
Yep.
all
It's
of it.
definitely rough. Also, with the parking, not being
Oh
able to
my
park in the
goodness,
lots,
yeah.
that one is kind of annoying, not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, definitely. When I came in as a freshman, I didn't even have a car, so I
Yeah.
had to
I can't even imagine.
that was tough.
I can't
Um,
even imagine not having a car here, so I don't know how you did that.
well, it's kinda like you said, I guess leaning on other teammates. That was
Yeah,
definitely super helpful, um,
that's good.
because yeah, I mean, no one else really understands what you're going through except for your teammates,
Right.
'cause everyone on the team's going through the same thing.
Exactly.
And I guess that does lead into, like, keeping us unified and keeping us together as a team is because literally we're the only people that know exactly what it's like and can lean on each other during those times.
Yeah, I agree.
So another thing that I've personally found really challenging, and I know we've had some conversations about it as well, is moving far away from home.
Yes.
That's really hard.
It is very hard.
So I don't know, is there any ways that you've been able to manage that to make it easier?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I feel like it gets easier over time, obviously. When I came here in the summer, it was pretty easy. Like I was ready to leave.
Yeah,
And
I know what
then
you mean.
it it like didn't get upsetting for me until I went back.
Oh, okay.
So for that week break like before school started, I was definitely upset after that because then I was like, "Oh my gosh, like I kind of just like miss being home."
Mhm.
But then just being here, like having your set routine and everything, the days are just really busy. You're always going. So I felt like it just got a lot easier over time.
Mhm. Yeah, I feel like at first it's like you're so excited to leave home. It's like I'm so ready to do this, and then after a couple weeks of being here, it's like okay, I miss talking to my family every day, my siblings.
Yeah.
And for you, so your brother was already moved away, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So then you were the last person to leave in your family. Was that interesting to like navigate that like with your parents being like the only one or you were the only one at home to now no one's at home and you and your brother at complete different universities?
Yeah. So I think it was definitely harder when my brother originally left.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
because then I was home alone, like, with my parents and, like,
Mhm.
I didn't have him there, and I would always, like I don't know, he would always just be around even if he was doing baseball, and it was always, like, good to have him as company and stuff, but
Yeah.
when he left, I felt very lonely.
Oh.
Then I was, like, an only child, and I did not know what that was like.
Yeah. Oh, well, you told me that you guys have a really good relationship, right?
We do, yes.
Talk about that a little bit. I thought it was really cute. That was like one of the first things you told me about when I like started to get to know you. You'd always
Mhm.
talk about your brother and how close you guys were.
Yeah, so I look up to my brother a lot. He's, like, a super hard worker and stuff, so he's pretty much taught me, like, everything I know, honestly. Like, I give him a lot of credit for what I know today, and, yeah, he's always just been super supportive, there for me, and we still talk every day. I've made him keep a Snapchat streak with me for ever since he went to college, so,
Mm. So
yeah.
what's that at now?
I think it might be, like, 800 something, maybe
Okay.
900, because he's a
Mhm.
junior in college now, so it's
Yeah.
been almost 3 years or roughly 3 years, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I did that with my sister too when um I moved away from home. Every day we Snapchat. Every night she Snapchats or texts me good night before
Aw,
bed.
that's so
My
sweet.
youngest sister does that. Yeah, it's super sweet. And then I feel like another thing going into like moving away, then you find different ways to stay in touch and connect with your family that you didn't used to do before.
Yeah, for sure.
You kind of find a new way to manage that and keep track and stay on top of that relationship, even though you aren't there as much in person.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think that was a really big thing to go through and kind of learn and figure out.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like I got, like, a lot closer with my parents too, like, since being gone.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit, because I feel like I have to, like, text them and call them more, but when I was home, I was just kinda like, "Bye." Like, I'm leaving the house.
No, that's true. Yeah, it's so much easier to just talk about I don't know, like whatever, because you're just walking by each other. But then when you're not like in the same area all the time, it's like more intentional conversations.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I totally get what you mean. I agree with that.
Nice. Well, I think that's a good way to finish off our first segment.
Perfect.
Let's head over to our first break and we'll be back. You are listening to Be on the Routine with Emma Spence and Lauren Holfield.
Slay the holidays this year with a gift that'll really get them going. One that's built to win, like the new Honda CR-FR Motocrosser. One that's built for fun, like a Honda Mini Moto. Or one for each member of the family, like a Honda CR-F Trail Bike. At Rod's Power Sports, you'll find the motorcycle, ATV, or side-by-side they'll love. During the Honda Gifts That Go sales event, you can slay the streets in style with a Grom Mini Moto, slay the trails with the CR-F 50F, or pile into a Pioneer 1006 Deluxe Crew that can carry 6 elves over the fields and through the woods all year long. This year, don't just give any gift. Give the gift of outdoor adventure with a ride they'll never forget. Don't miss out. Head to Rod's Power Sports in Lincoln, Nebraska during the Honda Gifts That Go sales event. It's your chance to slay the holidays and your gift list. Dealer participation may vary. See dealer for complete program and safety details.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apples, chili, vegetables, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today. Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels and Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
You never think cancer will happen to you. I smoked for over 40 years. My doctor recommended that I get annual lung cancer screening. They were able to catch my cancer at stage 1. It's never too late to quit. Even if you're still smoking, you need to ask your doctor about annual lung cancer screening. Just 30 minutes a year could save your life.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Back to Beyond the Routine with Spence on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Emma Spence.
Welcome back to Beyond the Routine. I'm your host, Emma Spence, and my special guest here tonight is Lauren Hallfield. So, we were mentioning this earlier. We just competed last night, or yesterday afternoon. We were competing against Illinois. That was our first Big Ten duel of the year. And something really special happened. It was Lauren's NCAA debut.
Yes, it was.
I was so excited for you. So, Lauren exhibition on bars, and you had one of the best bar routines on the team.
Thank you. That means a lot.
No, seriously, it was so exciting. You stuck your dismount. You really rose to the occasion, and it was amazing to see.
Thank you. Y'all are the best, honestly. I couldn't have done it without this team.
Yeah. I was so excited. Like, Gigi was crying. Did you see that?
Oh my gosh, I know. Her makeup was like,
Yeah, she was crying. Everyone was so excited. I was at the airport. Were you listening? Apparently, Bex body checked Brian out of the way to go celebrate with you.
No, I rewatched the video and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't high five Brian. And then he was like, no, it wasn't your fault. Because I remember going to high five him. And then suddenly it was all like a blur. Everyone just came in and I was like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, she picked me up off the ground.
No, I rewatched that and I heard Brian talking too, being like, you literally body checked me out of the way.
Yeah.
Everyone was so excited, so ready to celebrate with you. How did it feel?
It felt amazing, honestly. It was a very out of body experience.
Really?
Yeah, it was insane. It was more than anything I could have imagined. I could hear you guys while I was on the bar cheering so loud, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so much fun. And then I landed and I was like, wow, this is crazy.
And you stuck it too. That is just the best way to finish a routine.
Yeah, it was definitely a surreal experience. So
that's amazing. Was it what you felt or what you thought it was going to be like?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I was nervous, but I was confident that I was going to hit my routine because I've done so many reps in the gym.
Yes.
I was pretty confident, but it was still very nerve-wracking, especially knowing I had to wait around and go last, so that was a little more nerve-wracking. But
true.
I also liked that you got to give me my little pep talk before my routine. I loved that. So
I was going to say, so when we compete, you compete and then you give a pep talk to the person that goes after you. And I was 6 and Lauren was 7, so I got to give my pep talk and I was so excited. Even when we were doing the walkthrough, I think that's when I mentioned it to you. I was like, hey, guess what? I get to give you a pep talk.
I was so excited.
And another thing was the stick chain.
Yes.
So I got to give you the stick chain and I was really
That's
excited
right.
about that. So another thing that our team does this year is we have this 50 chain and it's bedazzled. And every time someone sticks a dismount or sticks a landing, you give that person the chain. And usually if you stick your routine, then you keep it until the next person sticks their routine and you give it to them. So I stuck my dismount right before. So I had it and then I got to crown you with that too. And I thought that was really special.
Yes, that was very exciting. I was glad that you were the one to do it. I feel like we've gotten really close over the past couple months. So enjoyed that a lot.
Oh, me too. I was super excited. I feel like so I don't know if the people watching can tell, but a lot of people say that Lauren's like a mini me, like we kind of look alike.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like it's true. I mean,
I can honestly see it.
yeah, no, I agree. I love it when people say that. I think it's really cute. But
Yeah.
so that's another thing that made it kind of cute. I was like, oh,
You know.
I know. I kind of see you. You remind me a lot of my youngest sister,
Yeah.
and I showed you pictures of her, right?
It's
She,
Libby, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So she kind of looks like me too, which I guess kind of looks like you too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's
Feel like be a part of the family.
for real. Might as well.
I don't look like any of my family members apparently, so
Really? Do you not look like your brother at all? I don't know if I know what he looks like.
actually I do look like my brother. My 3rd grade teacher used to call me Nick with a ponytail
Oh no,
because I looked so much like him, but I'm the only one in my family with blonde hair and blue eyes. So,
okay.
yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Oh, okay. So that's like, yeah, me and the youngest one, Lib. We both have blonde hair, blue eyes, and then Abby, the middle sister, has like dark hair and green eyes.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah, wow, crazy
Interesting.
how that works.
It is crazy.
Um, going back to the meat, we got carried away. I love that.
Yeah, we did. A little off topic.
That's okay. What was your overall, I don't know, experience of the meet? Like the rest of the events. We started bars. You did your bar routine. It was amazing. And then how do you feel the rest of the meet went?
I felt like it went pretty good. I feel like after bars, like we hit our goal for bars, so I felt like everyone was high energy and I felt really excited to continue cheering on my teammates and just like helping out in any way I could. So that was a really fun experience and I feel like the energy was pretty good throughout the entire meet. So
I agree. I think the energy in itself was awesome. And I love how the energy is when we're on floor.
yes,
don't
it
know.
is so much fun on floor.
I just think, yeah, it's so much fun when the whole team gets to be like lined up against the floor doing the dance moves with the people that are doing the routines. That part's super fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun for sure.
Overall, bars, I think bars was our best event, highest scoring event
I think it was yeah.
yesterday. Vault, we had a couple landings, shorter landings, but overall vault was good. Floor was fire.
Yeah,
Floor was really good. Everyone's danced. They showed it off so well.
they did. It was a good time.
Floor was good. Moved to beam. Beam was
A little rough.
it was a little rough. And I don't not that I no, I don't know. I wasn't expecting that because the last couple meets, Beam's been like one of our like strongest events.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's different because the last event or the last 2 meets that we did, we started Beam, and
Right.
this meet we ended Beam. So I wonder if that had anything to do with it. I don't know. I'm sure we'll talk about it tomorrow at gym.
Oh yeah, we definitely probably will.
Yeah. But it's all good. We'll regroup, focus on coming back stronger again on Sunday. And it's our
Yes.
first home meet.
Yes, I'm so excited for that.
That's gonna be super fun. Have you ever like been here to watch a home meet or anything?
Nope.
So this is
Never.
this is gonna be amazing. Home meets are my favorite.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I feel like it's gonna be like such a fun experience. So
Yeah, it's gonna be super fun. Oh wait, didn't they say we get to watch the intro video tomorrow?
oh
Forgot
my
about
gosh,
that.
they did say that.
That's
so
gonna be
excited.
good. And I think we're training in the arena next week as well.
Yeah,
I heard
I
them
think
say
they
that.
set it up on Saturday, so it should be
Mhm.
set up. So
So potentially training in the arena all week leading up to the meet. Get to see our intro video. We're gonna practice our like march out. Have you
Oh,
ever seen that? We have like this podium that you stand on and like fire basically comes out the sides.
I think I
It's-
have seen something
know.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome. So
gosh,
like you
that's
run
so
out, you do a little thing on the stage. It's super fun. Home meets are my favorite.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Looking forward to that. And that is going to be next Sunday, I believe at 4.
I think that sounds
I
right.
actually have no idea. But
Against Maryland.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll
should be
good.
fun.
So, okay, yeah, that's how that meet went. When you talk about like some mental health and like things that you go through as a gymnast and as an athlete overall, what are some things that you do to help with like mental health and self-care?
So a big thing for me is really just keeping myself busy. So
Okay.
like when I sit and do nothing, I feel like I just really get into my thoughts. So going around walking, being with teammates is very helpful. Otherwise, like journaling and reading my Bible, even seeing sports psych is also helpful. So
Love
Kelsey,
sports psych.
No,
Shout
yeah.
out to Kelsey Johnson.
she's the best.
She's our therapist and she's great.
She is.
That's interesting because I remember we were on the bus yesterday, and I think you asked me what I was doing today, or I asked you what you were gonna do today, and I was like, "I'm gonna lay in bed all day," and you're like, "How do you just sit in bed?" Like, you were telling me how you wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
I ended up getting out of bed at, like, 1, but I woke
Okay,
up at,
well,
like,
that's good.
9:30, so I was actually, like, awake earlier than I thought,
Right.
but I did just hang out there for a while and watch TV and chilled.
That's okay. Whatever you need to feel recovered and ready to go.
Mhm. Yeah, because you were telling me you got up pretty early, well, not early, but, like, you were up and moving pretty early today, right?
Yeah, I think I got up at, like, I don't know, I woke up in the middle of the night, and then I think I actually got up out of my bed at, like, 9 maybe,
Okay. And
so
then
not, like, too early, but
you were telling me that you saunaed this morning?
I did. I went to the sauna,
That's
felt very
crazy.
nice.
See, that's not my favorite thing to do. Because you went with Naya, right?
I did go with Naya.
Naya's not a big fan of that either,
She
right?
is not a big fan of the sauna. She thinks it's very hot, but I love it, honestly.
Good for
So,
you.
it just
That's
feels good.
definitely there are definitely benefits to that, and I'm just not the kind of person that can do that.
Yeah.
You need, like, a certain level of, like, self-control and mental toughness to be able to do that.
Yeah, just sit there and take the heat.
Yeah, yeah, so impressive. Well, that's awesome. So one thing that you mentioned was your faith and
Yes.
how, like, that's really helpful. Talk a little bit about that, because that's something I've known about you pretty much ever since you've been here. You like to tell me about that, and I think it's super cool.
Yeah, so my faith has, like, grown insanely in the past year.
Okay.
I was never really, like, I always grew up, like, going to church, but, like, because of our busy schedules with me and my brother, we never really got to go to church every Sunday, but we would go on, like, the holidays, like Easter, Christmas, and all that. Um, but in the past couple years, I've been kinda off and on with it, just kind of trying to get closer to God and, like, knowing that if I trust him and put my faith in him, like, everything will be okay, and it's really helped me with my gymnastics too and just my daily life. But this past year has really been, like, a step in the right direction of growth in my faith for me, so that's been really special.
That's awesome. Yeah, like, sometimes, I don't know, we'll just be Snapchatting and you, like, send me the pictures of, like, you, like, journaling, or, like,
Yeah.
because you do those, like, the sheets. Is that, like, in your journal? With you, like, put
Um,
all the colors and, like, the quotes and
yeah.
everything?
Yeah, so my Bible has, like, a side space where I can journal, but I usually like to have, like, a notebook
Okay.
where I can, like, I'll read the chapter and just write down anything that I found, like, was really important or that stood out to me that I can apply to my life, so, yeah,
That's awesome. Yeah, that's definitely a really good self-care thing, I feel like.
for sure. Yeah, it definitely helps, like, calm me down, just, like, keeps me in the moment and not looking ahead or, like, stressing about other things, so,
Mhm.
yeah, it's really
Yeah,
nice.
that's awesome. When you were, growing up in the sport, did you have, like, any, like, role models that you, like, looked up to?
Yes, actually, one girl in particular, her name is Kyla Bryant.
Okay.
She was a college gymnast at Stanford, actually.
I recognize the name.
Yeah, she was very, very good gymnast, and she was always like my big sister growing up in the gym. She was always there for me, always looking out for me, and we still like talk occasionally to this day. So like she's super sweet, and I love her to death. So I always looked up to her in the gym, though. She was always a very hard worker. So
Nice. Do you have any, like, Olympic level gymnasts that you looked up to growing up? I know the US had, like, so many amazing ones.
yeah, the U.S. does have a lot of good gymnasts, but I feel like Shawn Johnson was definitely one I looked up to quite a bit.
Mhm.
But I definitely think I was focused more on college than the Olympics.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know, usually it's the other way around,
Yeah,
but
no, that's cool, though.
yeah.
'Cause I would definitely say the other way around.
Mhm.
Personally, like, I'd say Aly Raisman is one of my
Oh,
favorites.
yeah, she's
She's
very good.
American, but growing up, I loved watching her routines and just,
Yeah.
like, the way that she carried herself was
Mhm.
just, and then I guess after her gym stuff, like, following, like, everything she went through, the way that she advocates and, like,
Yeah.
spreads awareness of certain, like, causes and stuff related to gym and, like, abusive gyms and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I just think she's so awesome in the way that she, like, carries herself and shares all of that stuff.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's a good one.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Um, so we were talking about this earlier. So next year we have 8 seniors leaving, which is
Yeah,
crazy.
it is crazy.
And you're gonna be moving up a little bit. I guess you'll still be a sophomore, but I feel like the way that you're carrying yourself in the gym And like going into next year, I feel like you're going to be like one of those leaders, especially like how you're going to be competing more frequently. How do you feel about that?
I feel pretty good about it, to be honest. Like, I feel like I've grown so much in these past couple months. I feel like I'm ready to like take on that role when I have to take on that role, you know? I
Mhm.
mean, like now, obviously, I could take on that role too, but we have so many seniors that are leading our team pretty well as well. So, yeah, I'm excited for that though. I think it'll be a whole new experience next year, especially with all of you guys leaving, which is
I
so
know.
sad.
And there's like a lot of freshmen coming in next year, right?
Yeah, I think 7,
Wow,
which
that's
is
crazy.
crazy.
That's like my year when we came in, there were 7 of us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, we have 3, so it's like a completely
Yeah.
different feeling, I feel.
Yeah, you're right. Like we came in with 7 and then it was like 4,
Yeah,
3. Like there hasn't been that many numbers since then.
yeah.
But that's interesting. Yeah, that's super exciting.
Yes, very exciting.
All right. Well, that's the end of the second segment. We'll head into our last break and we'll be back. You're listening to Beyond the Routine with Emma Spence and Lauren Hallfield.
Raising little ones is a big job, and you do your best to give them a good start every day. That means making sure they're well cared for while you're apart. You work hard, but it's not always easy to make ends meet. There may be help. Find out if you qualify for Nebraska's Child Care Tax Credit for working parents. You could be eligible for a credit of up to $2,000 per child on your next tax return. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop!
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy, so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, lease a 2024 Ford F-150 for $395 per month. Experience better at Anderson Ford.
Stock number 1003769, $395 per month lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, $5,250 due at signing, no security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 11/30/24. See delivery details.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Come enjoy a show of the Midwest's best MMA fighters on Saturday, December 7th with Violence Fight League 2 at the Complex, the former location of Champions Fun Center. Fights are scheduled throughout the night, and if you haven't been before, now is the perfect time to go, with Nebraska football in between the regular season and a bowl game. Doors open at 6 p.m. with the first bout at 7 p.m. Learn more about the fighters and buy tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com.
Slay the holidays this year with a gift that'll really get them going. One that's built to win, like the new Honda CRF-R Motocrosser. One that's built for fun, like a Honda Mini Moto. Or one for each member of the family, like a Honda CRF Trail Bike. At Rod's Power Sports, you'll find the motorcycle, ATV, or side-by-side they'll love. During the Honda Gifts That Go sales event, you can slay the streets in style with a Grom Mini Moto, slay the trails with the CRF 50F, or pile into a Pioneer 1006 Deluxe Crew that can carry 6 elves over the fields and through the woods all year long. This year, don't just give any gift. Give the gift of outdoor adventure with a ride they'll never forget. Don't miss out. Head to Rod's Power Sports in Lincoln, Nebraska during the Honda Gifts That Go sales event. It's your chance to slay the holidays and your gift list. Dealer participation may vary. See dealer for complete program and safety details.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Back to Beyond the Routine with Spence on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Emma Spence.
Welcome back to Beyond the Routine. I'm your host, Emma Spence, and my guest tonight is Lauren Hollifield. So for this last segment, I've got some rapid fire questions for you.
All right, let's do it.
You don't need to answer super quick. You could take your time to answer or have a long answer, whatever you need to do. But
okay,
perfect. Got a couple questions for you. So to begin, if you were to describe Nebraska gymnastics in 3 words, what would they be?
3 words.
Mm-hmm. You can do either the team, you can do the gymnastics part of it, you can do however you want to take that.
Oh, okay. Electric.
Okay.
Supportive. I'm trying to think of a last word. And caring, probably.
Oh, I love that. Those are good words.
Thanks.
What is a go-to meal after you compete?
Oh gosh. Honestly, I feel like I eat kind of the same things every day, but
You
probably
could choose anything.
Probably just some sort of seafood, honestly.
Really?
I just love seafood, yeah.
Wow. What kind of seafood?
Literally anything. Shrimp, any type of fish.
That's so crazy because when we had to do that survey thing of what our favorite food, least favorite food, my least favorite food that I wrote is seafood.
Oh my gosh. No, I love seafood. It's so good. I know a lot of people don't like it though.
Mm-hmm. No, that's good though.
Yeah.
What is your favorite event?
Definitely bars.
Yeah.
For sure.
To compete and train?
Yeah, I also like training beam a lot.
Really?
Beam is up there with bars, but bars is definitely before beam.
I hate beam.
Really? You hate it?
I do. If I could delete any event, it would be beam.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, okay, training it's not as bad, but competing beam,
just a little stressful.
Not my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, sometimes it is very stressful competing beam, but I enjoy it.
Yeah. Nice. Do you have any hidden talents or hobbies?
Oh my. Honestly, I don't think so.
No?
No.
Is there anything like, I don't know, like a random fact about you?
I really honestly can't think of anything.
That's okay. We'll skip it.
Okay.
Okay. If you could do any skill or add any skill to your routine without having to learn it, what would it be?
Oh, add any skill to my routine without having to learn it?
Yeah, like if you could just like add a routine or add a skill into your routine and you don't have to worry about trying to learn it, like you could just like all of a sudden do it.
Honestly, I'd probably just want to get either like a double layout on floor or like a 1.5 on vault.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you on the double layout on floor. I don't think I will ever be able to do that, but they look really cool.
Yeah, they do look very cool, but I think it would definitely hurt quite a bit doing that every weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. If you could have any floor music to any song that you want, or like what would it be?
Oh. Probably some sort of country song.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Were you listening to I think it was Florida. One of the girls on the Florida team had a country song for their floor
Really?
routine. Yeah. I noticed that when we were there. I don't remember the song, but I loved it.
Oh, yeah, I feel like that would be fun to do like a routine to that.
Yeah, no, that would be. Do you have any pre-meet rituals?
Not really. I'm not really like superstitious or anything, but I kind of just try and like I try and keep myself calm and like focused, but also like not too focused because then I think it stresses me out.
Mhm.
So like I used to try and listen to only like music that like hype music or stuff that would but then I was like that's not like me though.
Mhm.
So then I switched it up a little bit, but yeah, really just like locking in a little bit but also talking with people cuz I feel like it keeps me loose.
I agree. I feel like there's like the ups and downs. Like I
Yeah.
have to get really hype and then I have to make sure I'm not. And then it also depends on like what event we start, what event we're about to
Right.
do.
Exactly.
All right. And the last question, what is your pre-meet hype song? Or genre, whatever you
Yeah.
want to, however you want to take that.
Definitely probably country still.
Mhm. Me too.
Any country honestly because it's just so good. I just can't.
I agree. I was the other day I was talking to, or the one of the meets, I think it was the first meet, I was talking to Sam and I was walking around doing like the walkthrough. I was like, guess what kind of music I'm listening to right now? And he's like, am I gonna get it? I was like, I'm probably not. I don't even remember what he guessed, but I was listening to 90s country.
Oh
Like
my
doing the
gosh.
walkthrough of the beat, like old man country.
That's so funny.
Yeah. That's that's my go-to.
Yeah, that's good though. I like that.
Yeah, keep the vibes calm.
Yes, for sure. Gots to.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining tonight. This was a lot of fun.
Yes, thank you for having me. I had so much fun.
Of course. All right. Well, that's a wrap of tonight's show. You were listening to Be on the Routine with Emma Spence and Lauren Holofield.